Welcome back to the show. I'm Nat.
And I'm Jack. Still loads to come in tonight's show, isn't there?
Yes, we're here at the Bristol Hippodrome for the opening night of Warhorse.
Yeah, we're very excited as well, along with everyone else.
Yeah, Jack's going to get to see the show, and later on in tonight's show, you'll be hearing audience reactions because you're going to be vox popping.
I am. But he walk around speaking to people and seeing what they thought of the show. I'm sure they're all going to be amazing reviews, aren't they?
And also still to come, which is coming up next, I went to St George's earlier today.
Yes, you did. How was it?
It was a lot of fun.
It looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
well,
it was.
Well, it looked like a lot of fun for me, but they haven't seen it yet. So should we show them the clip?
Let's have a look.
Is the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a lie.
Now this weekend, if you fancy having a sing-song, then the place to be is St George's with this gentleman, David Ogden.
Hello.
Hi, David.
Hi.
Now, nice to have you on the show. Thanks for joining me. Now, this weekend we've got Raise the Roof happening at St George's.
That's right. For this time, for the last 5 years, I've run an event here at St George's called Raise the Roof, and it's a chance to get rid of those January blues, get rid of all that Christmas pudding and what have you, and just have a really good sing of some songs from the shows and songs from films and pop songs as well, and everything you'd sung in your bedroom or in the shower, but now you can sing it with 200 people. So
the event itself, people can just come along in the morning. So this is happening on Saturday, this Saturday in Bristol, and it's a daytime event, isn't it? So people come along and they learn songs during the day and perform them in the evening. Yeah, well, they come along from 11 till 1, okay, and we rehearse the songs, and then we have a break and everybody has lunch, and then at 2 o'clock they come back and we rehearse the songs with a band. Okay, so we have piano, bass, drums, and then we do a little concert at just 3:15 for anybody, friends, relations, family, whatever, and that's the end of the day. So it's a good chance to kind of really work on something and perform at the end. So obviously people can find out more information at the St George's website, so we'll put that up on the screen now so people can find out. £12 for adults. That's right, and £5 for children under 18s. Or under 18s, yeah. A fantastic fun-packed day of singing, and it's just £3, isn't it, for the audience. If you just want to come along and hear this amazing choir, then you can come along and just pay £3 at about 3 o'clock. Right. So what kind of songs can we expect to hear this Saturday? Well, let's see what we've got. Diamonds Forever. Do you reckon you can do your best Shelley impression? Yeah, I know. I think she'll probably be a bit low for me. A bit low, okay. All right. Let me go. California Dreaming. Yeah, Let It Go from Frozen. You always wanted to sing that. No, I didn't. Haven't you? Okay. People will either love it or hate it. They will probably love it because it's a huge song, isn't it? It is. It's the best. I think it's the best-selling song ever in the history of the world. Anyway, you don't want to sing that? What about Bohemian Rhapsody? Oh yeah, okay. Yes, you up for that? Yeah, let's go for that. Best Freddie Mercury impression? Yeah. Okay, here we go. So, should we try it with the piano? Let's try it with the piano. Okay. Let's raise the roof, David. Okay, let's see what we can do. Just you and me, here we go. Okay. Right, shall I sing the first bit and then you come in a bit later? Okay, I'll join in. Okay. I'll join in when I know where you're at. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy. Easy come, easy go, little high, little low. Anyway the wind blows doesn't really matter to me, That was good, should we carry on? That was fun, let's carry on. I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, can you do the fandango? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo, Figaro. Nothing really matters, anyone can see. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters to me. Anyway the wind blows.
Well, thanks, Nat, for that. I have just seen the show and it was absolutely incredible. But I think it's time to hear what the crowd thought of it. So let's ask these two here. I'm from Maynard Bristol TV, and all I'm doing is just asking people what they thought of the show.
Absolutely fabulous.
It's brilliant. Really, really good.
What was one of your favourite parts, without giving away any spoilers?
The goose.
The goose, did you like the goose?
I think the goose did it.
It was hilarious, wasn't it?
It was brilliant, yeah.
I really enjoyed it. It was really good.
Yeah, great. It was very entertaining.
Yeah, it was fantastic, yeah.
What did you think of the show?
It was really good. The first show in Bristol, and it was really, really good.
Opening night, and I think everything went to plan. What were some of your favourite parts? But don't give away too much.
Okay, the end of Act 1 was brilliant. If you haven't seen it, I'd definitely go and see it.
Absolutely amazing.
What were some of your favourite parts?
All of it, every bit.
I felt like I wanted to buy a horse by the end of it, to be honest.
I actually know exactly how you feel. After writing the book, how does it feel to see it on the big stage? I'm sure you've seen it before, but how was it watching it in Bristol?
Very moving. Maybe the most moving I've ever seen it. And I think it's because this cast I've seen before twice. Okay. I saw them in Manchester, and I've seen them, where else? Plymouth. I saw them when they first started. So I saw them in the first place when they started out on their great tour 18 months ago. And now I'm seeing in the last place they're coming to on the tour. And I think what's really moving is that these young people have been out there doing it now for 18 months.
Okay, so very long time.
Very long time, giving of themselves every evening. They've had record audiences wherever they've gone.
Wow.
And after this evening, I can see why.
I can totally understand why. It's an incredible story, and they performed it perfectly.
Well, it's the commitment. Somehow it is the commitment. They mean every word. Yeah. And the puppeteers are extraordinary. The music's amazing. The singing is extraordinary. I think the singing is what glues it together somehow, the music.
Yeah,
and I love the lighting. There's so much that I love about it. And it's different every time. New, fresh, different. And I love it.
I was saying that to my cameraman when we were watching the show. I think the lighting is amazing, and I think it really does sort of
I think without any of these things, if the music wasn't up to it, or the script, or the lighting, or whatever, you'd feel a great big emptiness. And the point is, it's all wonderfully woven together. And there isn't a stitch that isn't tight, and it's got better. Since it started 7 years ago, it's a very different show now. It's tighter, much more moving than it ever was. So this is great, and it's lovely to come to Bristol, because Bristol is the hometown of my wife's family. My wife's father was a great Bristolian, one of the great Bristolians, a man called Alan Lane, who began Penguin Books. And he went to Bristol Grammar School, and his whole family lived here. So in a sense, for her, it's like coming home. So to have the show come to Bristol is moving. And also Tom Morris, who directed it right from the beginning, all those years ago at the National Theatre.
Had a quick word with him.
Well, he's, of course, down the road doing the Bristol Old Vic now and managing that wonderfully well, directing that amazingly. And it's lovely that it's come back to his city as well now.
Definitely. And a standing ovation at the end, that must mean the world to you.
Well, it means a lot to me, but to the cast, it is terrific to see people. I mean, all of it, they didn't have a night in South Africa when people didn't get on their feet. You know, that's 3 months, and they were on their feet day after day, and they played to a couple of matinees to children really from places like Soweto, who had never been to theatre before, filling theatre with thousands of them, and they were on their feet at the end, and they simply couldn't believe what they'd seen. And the variety of people they played to right across, from Ireland to Salford to Plymouth to Stoke, wherever, and now in Bristol, have had this same response to it. And I think it's because, yes, it's the horse and the boy, yeah, but it's also about this longing for peace. I think finally there is this thing in all of us that, and every single time something terrible happens, whether it's Paris or whether it's Afghanistan or Iraq or whatever, it simply reinforces in us this terrific longing we all have for peace. And this is what the story is about, and this is why I think these people are committed to it.
I agree. Well, thank you very much for talking to me. Cheers. Have a good evening.
All the best.
Thank you.
Shake your hand. I'll shake your camera. All the best. Nice to see you.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Well, it's very exciting. It's very exciting to have the show here, and an amazing reception.
Yes. What did you think? A big standing ovation at the end?
Yeah, huge standing ovation. And this company, who've taken the show all around Britain, they've taken it to South Africa. They performed it nearly 500 times, and they did it as if they'd just done it. There was such energy in the company. So, yeah, I'm very, very excited.
You must have seen the show quite a few times.
I have, yeah.
What is one of your favourite parts? Without obviously giving away any spoilers to those who haven't seen it.
It's always the first time the big horse comes out onto the stage.
Quite magical.
It's always lovely listening to an audience in that moment, because you do hear people gasping at that moment, which is obviously lovely. But to be honest, with this company, they keep making different bits really vivid on different nights. So I thought that the soldiers going over the top was incredibly moving.
So there you go, guys. Spoken to the creator, spoken to the audience, seeing what they think. Everyone has loved the show. They think the story was told perfectly. They love the horse. There's so many bits that people loved. At the end, everyone cried, a huge standing ovation, and what can I say? The goose was incredible. So if you've seen it or want to see it, please tweet us at Made in Bristol TV, #The Source. I'm Jack Maynard. You've been watching The Source on Made in Bristol TV.